So hello friends, how are you? Hope you're all fine. So let us start today's video. And today's video is very important for the beginners. Okay, beginners means the beginners who are in the process of civil services examination preparation. Okay, the civil services examination preparation is a hard task. Okay, and the preparation basically starts with the newspaper. Okay, the newspaper. Okay, so you guys need to be abreast with this newspaper every single day. You don't have to miss the habit of reading newspaper. You have to develop the habit of reading newspaper whether you like it, whether you don't like it. Okay, but it is a necessary evil, whatever you consider it. It is a necessary evil to read the newspaper daily. Now many students ask me, sir, how to read the newspaper? Do we have to read each and every word of the whole newspaper? Do we have to read the back page, front page, page 2, page 3, 4, 5, etc., etc., etc.? So today we will discuss in detail how to read the newspaper for civil services examination preparation. This video is basically related to civil services examination, not other examinations. Okay, so other examinations have other demands. We are here talking about the civil services examination, that is IAS, IPS, IFS, or the state services examination like KS or PCS, Punjab Civil Services, Karnataka Civil Services, Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission, Madhya Pradesh Public Service Commission, Haryana Public Service Commission, Himachal Public Service Commission, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. Okay, like that. So, shall we start? Are you ready? Okay, so here is the newspaper. First of all, which newspaper to read? This is very important. Most of you must be knowing that Hindu newspaper, everybody says Hindu, Hindu, Hindu is very good, Hindu is very good. But you do not know that Hindu newspaper is not good for the beginners because its vocabulary is very tough, its language, sentence formation is very tough, the editorial board is of very high standard which the beginner students generally does not comprehend, and if you do not comprehend the whole thing, then the whole effort goes into the dustbin, goes waste. And I don't want the beginner students get depressed by this. Okay, so I will recommend you a newspaper which is equally good, even better in some respects than Hindu, and that newspaper is the Indian Express. This is the newspaper. Okay, I am not sponsoring Indian Express, but I am simply saying that Indian Express is very good for civil services preparation. Basically, it has been developed for civil services examination for the last 4-5 years. They have added certain pages in it, which I will tell you. Okay, so how to read the newspaper? I will tell you in points. The first thing is the most important page of the newspaper, any newspaper, not only in the Indian Express, but any newspaper, the most important page is the front page. This is the front page. Okay, this half of the page is generally composed of the advertisement, so you are left with reading only the half page. Okay, so half of the effort is reduced. Okay, half of the effort is reduced here, so only half of the effort you have to make. Okay, so in the first page I am telling. Okay, so first page is very important. Now why first page is important? Because first page contains the top stories of the day. Number one, first page basically every newspaper for the newspaper has different editorial board for different pages. You got my point? Newspaper has different editorial board for every page, and the best editorial board is for the front page. Okay, so obviously front page becomes very important for two reasons. Number one, it is composed of the best editorial team of the newspaper. Okay, number two, its language is very good because the best editorial is very best editorial senior most editorial team is going to write this page. Number three, it contains the topmost stories of the day, that is current affairs. So you have to read the first page, every word of this page, every day. You have to start your day by reading this first page. Okay, let us move forward. Coming to the second page of this newspaper, the second page does not need to be read at all. It does not contain anything important. You have to leave this page. Okay, you have to leave this page. Okay, coming to the third page, it is regional page, local page, regional page. You have to skip this page. You have to leave this page. Okay, now you come to the fourth page. Fourth page contains just the tenders and all that. You have to leave this page. Coming to the fifth page, it again comes, again the local news comes here. You have to leave this page also. Okay, now coming to the next page, this is again local news. You have to leave this page. Okay, again this new page, you have to leave this page. So you are leaving the seventh page also. Coming to the eighth page, coming to the page number 8, this is the most important. After the front page, this page is the most important page in the Indian Express newspaper, and this, the heading of this page is explained. Okay, explained. The important stories of the day are dealt with in great explanation in this page. For example, today it is saying United States did not invest in the institutions of Afghan democracy. What? United States did not invest in the institutions of Afghan democracy, in trade, or even in its army. Why? So basically it is saying that United States Army remained in Afghanistan for 20 long years, from 2001 to 2021. 20 long years after United States was attacked by Bin Laden, who was caught in Afghanistan for 4 or 5 years back. Sorry, he was caught in Pakistan 4 or 5 years back, and he had his base in Afghanistan. He worked basically from Afghanistan. The network Al Qaeda was basically started or it was expanded from Afghanistan. That is okay. So basically United States came to Afghanistan in 2001 after United States was attacked by Al Qaeda and its leader Bin Laden by two passenger airplanes. Okay, 9/11. After remaining in Afghanistan for 20 long years, the United States pulled its troops back to United States 2-3 days ago. Okay, and you see that Taliban is now ruling this country. There has been a change in the political structure of Afghanistan just 4-5 days back. Okay, this heading is saying that although United States Army was staying in Afghanistan, but even then United States did not make any investment, monetary investment in this country. So why? You will find the answer in the explained page, and it has been written in great detail. Okay, I think it is composed of about 2000 words. The article is composed of about 2000 to 3000 words. Okay, so every detail is given here. So every day there is new heading and there is new information which is useful for IAS examination, which is also called as civil services examination. So this explained page becomes the most important page after the front page in the Indian Express newspaper. You have to read it very carefully. And this is the 8th page. Coming to the 9th page, again there are classifieds and all that. You have to skip this page. Now coming to the 10th page. 10th page. This page is called as editorial page. Editorial page. This is the third most important page in the Indian Express newspaper after the front page and after the explained page. Now what is very important? The news of the day is dealt here in great detail by the newspaper editorial team. Okay, and the editorial team here in this page is also very senior. It is the backbone of the newspaper and the language is very tough in all the newspaper. Even in Indian Express, the language, the vocabulary is very strong here. When you read this page, you will get into the beyond, you will get beyond the news. You will get a good hold into the English vocabulary. You will get a good hold over the sentence formation in English. Writing ability will increase. Your reading comprehension, reading ability, it will increase. So by reading this page, your writing ability, reading ability will increase. You have to read this full page. Full page you have to read. There are basically different articles here. This is the main article. Okay, on the left side of this editorial page, this is the main article which you have to read. After that, under it, this is also very important article, and after that, under it, this is also very important article. So these three articles are important. After reading these three articles, you have to read this article. Okay, middle article, it is also called as middle article. This is very important. This is the opinion of a particular person which is given here. Okay, very senior people of the country and international people like foreigners, very intellectual persons get to write here. So you get an opportunity to read their articles. Okay, and they are very important for CSAT paper in civil services, that is civil service aptitude test. The English language comprehension passages, sentences, etc. all come from either the Indian Express or the Times of India newspaper or the Hindu newspaper. Okay, these three newspapers will form the backbone of the CSAT paper in English. Okay, if you will read one newspaper a day, whether it is Indian Express, whether it is Hindu, whether it is Times of India, all three are good. But I will recommend Indian Express or Times of India for the beginners. After reading this newspaper for 6 months, you can upgrade to the Hindu. Okay, if you find the Hindu good, then you can continue reading the Hindu after 6 months. If you find the Hindu tough, you can come back to Indian Express or the Times of India. Okay, this will be my suggestion. Okay, now these are the this article is also important. Okay, under the middle column article, this article in the editorial page is also important. Okay, you have to read this. You can skip the letters to the editor. You can skip them. Okay, they are not important. Coming to the next page, page number 11, that is the ideas page. This page is also very important. You have to read this page. Okay, now all the articles you have to read. Okay, here it is written the Kabul mission. Here it is written from legs to minds. This is very important article about, I think, Indian economy or some Indian economy, I think, and Hindutva and its opponents. Hindutva and its opponents. Okay, this is also very important in the social issues when you prepare for IAS. Social issues, democracy, secularism. Okay, these articles will be very important for you when you prepare and when you write the essay and when you write the GS papers, etc. Okay, that's all. Now next page is page number 12, the word. You can read it, you can skip it, it's your wish, but that is not very important because these pages will be found in the current affairs magazines also. So if you do not read this thing in the newspaper, it is okay, but if you read this thing in the newspaper, it is very good. Next is economy. You have to read this economy page. Okay, you have to read this, although you can skip this page also, but at least read the headlines. Okay, because if you have read the headlines and not read the detail will come in the monthly magazines like Civil Service Chronicle, Wizard, etc. Okay, so whether you read word page, whether you read economy page or do not read these pages, it hardly matters because these things will be covered in the current affairs. But the front page, the editorial page, the explained page, the ideas page, these 4 pages are very, very, very important. And make sure you read the newspaper hard copy. Do not read the soft copy which is available in the applications, mobile apps, etc. Because you will read the app sometimes, you will not read the app sometimes. But when you will have a newspaper at your place, that will be very beneficial and it will be more enjoyable to read it. Okay, coming to the next page, that is the last page, and it is a sport page. Now some of you may be interested in sports, some of you may not be interested in the sports. Those who are interested in sports, they will definitely read it, and those who are not interested in sports, they can skip this page, because again this thing, the sport thing, will be available in the current affairs section in the magazines. Okay, so the economy, sports and international affairs, that is world section, it will be available in the current affair magazine which comes every month. Okay, but if you do not do these things in the newspaper, it's okay, never mind. But I will again say that there are 4 pages in the Indian Express newspaper which you have to read in very great detail, and they are number 1, the front page, number 2, the explained page, number 3, ideas page, number 4, editorial page. I will repeat. In the newspaper, you have to read the front page, the explained page, ideas page, editorial page. That's it. Leave everything else. Okay, if you leave everything else, even then you are done with the newspaper. And how much time it will take to read these 4 pages? Okay, some of you must be having this question in your head. How much time? Half an hour? 1 hour? 2 hours? Some people will spend only 15 minutes. Some people will spend 2 hours. Some people will spend whole day in reading these 4 pages. Okay, but what is the appropriate time which you can spend in reading the newspaper? And the appropriate time to read these 4 pages is about 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. Because these 4 pages are basically tough pages. You will get about 1 hour in reading the editorial page and the ideas page itself. Okay, and you will spend about 15 minutes in reading the explained page, and again 15 minutes in reading the front page. Basically the editorial page and the ideas page, these are very time consuming to read. Okay, so if If I do not take the Indian Express, now for every newspaper, again I will say for every newspaper, now I am saying for every newspaper, the front page, number one. Number two, the editorial page, because every newspaper has the editorial page. And what is the sign of editorial page? How will you come to know that it is the editorial page? Okay, this is the main thing. How you will recognize the editorial page? First of all, in the Indian Express, it is written here, the editorial page. It is written here. But in some newspapers, it is not written. Okay, but what is the sign? The sign is this, that there are very few headlines. There are 3 columns on the left side, and there is one middle column in the top, and in the bottom again there is a good article, and in the bottom again there is an article. Okay, so this is the signal, that is a sign of a editorial page. Some newspaper call it the opinion page also. Okay, so in every newspaper, in any newspaper, the first page you have to read is the first page, that is also called the front page. Second, you have to read the editorial page. Third, you have to read the, if there is some ideas page or opinion page, whatever they call it. And fourth, you have to read any science and technology section, or this explained section. Every newspaper has its own specialty. For example, Indian Express has this explained section. Hindu newspaper has science and technology section. Times of India may have some other section. Okay, Indian Express has the explained section, that is the specialty of Indian Express. Hindu has the science and technology section, that is its own specialty. And Times of India must be having its own some specialization, and that is its own specialty. So front page, editorial page, ideas page, and the specialty page of any newspaper you have to read. You have to skip, you have to leave rest of the newspaper. And how much time you have to spend? You have to spend about 1.5 hours every day in reading the newspaper. And you have to read, it is very good. It will be very good if you read the whole newspaper at one go. Don't take breaks. Okay, sit back and enjoy reading the newspaper for 1 to 2 hours or 1.5 hours, which is the appropriate time. 1.5 hours. Have a cup of tea along with it, or milk or coffee, whatever. Okay, and enjoy your newspaper reading. And regarding notes making, if you make notes, handwritten notes, while reading the newspaper, it is very good. It is very good. And regarding cuttings, making cuttings from the newspaper, some important articles, if you make cuttings and have a proper file, proper record of important articles, that is also very good. Okay, now which method to follow, note making or file? Whatever you choose, it is a personal choice. It's a personal choice. If you are making notes, that is the best thing. And second best thing is having a file and making the cuttings in the file. But those cuttings of the newspaper should be kept very clean. You can paste those cuttings, but don't waste time in pasting. Don't waste much time in pasting. Just have a Favstick and just paste in 10 seconds. Don't waste 10 minutes in pasting one article in the file. Okay, so this is the thing. So guys, I think this much information is sufficient. Okay, so start reading your newspaper from tomorrow. And when you will be coming to the classes, offline classes, you will read the newspaper daily, and we people, our team, will evaluate how much have you read the newspaper, and how much are you making the notes, and we will put you questions from there. We will ask you to write something, whatever have you read, and we will be taking weekly test from the newspaper itself. It will be about 1.5 hour to 2 hour session daily in the newspaper section. and this thing will continue for months. Okay, it will continue for months. It will be very helpful in civil services preparation, because this will make you very strong. It will strengthen your backbone of your preparation. No matter how much NCRTs you read, no matter how much books you read, no matter how much notes you read, no matter how much lectures you listen, but if you are not reading the newspaper properly, if you are not making a proper record of the newspaper, if you are not getting home assignment, class assignment from newspaper reading, if you are not abreast with the current affairs from the newspaper, and if you're not giving test weekly in the newspaper section, your preparation are not going to be in a proper way, in a proper manner. So newspaper reading is very important. Thank you guys. Start your reading of the newspaper tomorrow, from tomorrow. And when our offline classes start, you have to come to our institute for 2 hours daily for this newspaper reading practice. Okay, thanks guys. Okay.